Well, the rain has subsided at the Nyayo National Stadium. The 29th meeting actually between Gor Mahia and FC Leopards is just about to take off. A game that may just dictate which direction the Gor Mahia side will be heading to in time. Has been delayed by 20 minutes because of that incessant rain that hit the stadium for about 1 hour in the past few minutes that have gone by. But now they're ready to come onto the field for the 29th time, dancing and singing for over 1 hour, and some of them in the rain, not really caring about whether or not they were getting wet. There's been a story about two choirs in football, and football teams can equally be exhilarating. This game is going to be arbitrated by Stephen Rimba as the center referee today. And Gor Mahia, having won this fixture 14 out of the 28 times, and then they've had 8 draws in total in this. 39 goals that Gor Mahia has scored so far against KCB since their first meeting, and the KCB side has scored 26 against them. Today's lineup on the Gor Mahia side remains largely unchanged, save for just one simple change. Samuel Kapena, the playmaker, as to watch out for is the Nigerian Djiboutian Samuel Fiagon, also known as Samuel Temidayo Fiagon Akimbidu, cuts through the 90 minutes of this game. On the KCB side, they have a very, very solid team as well. The man you'll have to watch out for. Connor is the man in charge of Gor Mahia. The man they like to call the Lion. He's been a coach at FC in the process as well. The person who masters how to play in these watery conditions is probably going to have the best of this situation at the moment. This challenge coming off the feet of Memphis Wandera has caused a little bit of close to the goal area, the Gor Mahia side, but I think they're waiting for him to probably come for a rebound. This was going to be a little toucher, but evades all the defenders, but then doesn't find target. But you can know exactly what the plan was here. And it's actually coach off his feet. As the man that like to call Sili had a very good and had run away from him. All the way back into the midfield for Gor Mahia. Pushed onto the left side the right side by Enoch Morrison. And then Ochuoga looking at where to play it, brings it back to the center. It's a low shot here, it's in the net! It's a goal! On the left foot of Enoch Morrison from a distance, and in the 23rd minute. Enoch Morrison, the Ghanaian international, formerly from Kotoko, puts his left boot on it, and it evades a couple of... He started it all by bringing it into the center, and brings himself again into a very good position. That's him on the receiving of the ball again, and the shot there, a very low one. Might have taken a little bit of a deflection there, but that will not take it away from him. Yes, he did take a deflection, but he forces the defenders to make a mistake, and Samuel Sakwa's foot could be going on to that. Play against the KCB side. I can assure you the support for the game here will be very partisan. Again, a chance here to Kapen. He opts to give it out. And Sharif Musa makes it 2-0. Sharif has been proudly doing his business on the left side. And was waiting for his perfect chance to come into the game. He gets a very, very, very generous delivery coming from Kapena. And Sharif Musa does not disappoint, puts it in the net to change the scoreline. Well, the defense just caught napping and they tried to employ the offside trap. It couldn't quite work. Kapen was very, very kind and generous here. Places the ball right in front of Sharif Musa. And Musa but only one option, and that is to put it in the net. In one of those instances that you can't describe as an easy instant, left his twin striker behind just because of the sheer speed. Morrison has turned round 360 and brings it again to Sharif Musa, who's broken through, brings it out to Capena. He's in pole position. Capena has put it in the net. After the hard work and after being the supporting player who brought in the assists, Capena himself now controls one and scores on the second move. It might just tell you that he is the one who went in a little bit too hard. The shot by Capena is nothing short of power. First control and then a hard one. And with a sliding tackle that is coming from Memphri Wandera, confuses goalkeeper even further. Would have caused another deflection altogether. And I think for the coach of the Gor Mahia side, it's one of the exciting times. They want to celebrate Capena. It's a good way to bring the first half to an end. If you're a Gor Mahia fan, it will be a very difficult way to come. It's out at the front now, looking for the pace, and they get it from Sharif Musa, rounding up the keeper on the left foot, just gets the side netting. The goalkeeper does well to narrow that angle for Sharif Musa. But he knows that he needs it, because if Sharif Musa would have cut it back on a 45, there would have been trouble. Yeah, just delayed a bit, and then the angle made very acute. So he's already in a celebratory mood. Pushed back into the midfield by Ben Stanley, and then cut back by Sharif to Capena, who brings it back to the center. This time round, they just wanted the finish. That should have been coming from Ebenezer Aduwama. 3-2 winner for them, and he has played for Talanta Bandari. This was a lovely back heel, and then Capena makes it even better. And the Ghanaian finisher, Ebenezer Adukuwa, should have done better than it work out. It was December Kisaka who tried to go to it. So up front, Kahiro and December Kisaka trying to change things here. Francis Kahata on his favored left foot, lifts it. A little punch comes off the goalkeeper, and he gets there to clear it out of the area. Right in front of the KCB side. Started from Francis Kahata on the left side. There is a left-footed swinger headed up. This is going to be given to the Gor Mahia side. Actually, that's the final whistle. An emphatic win by Gor Mahia over KCB, who are currently placed 8th on the Premier League table standings. And Gor Mahia will extend the number of points they have in front of FC Leopards by 3 more points to get to 46. Having played 1 game more, the Leopards have 40 and have a game in hand. And a very good display of soccer at the Nyayo National Stadium. In front of a very partisan crowd. And of course, delayed by the rain, Gor Mahia emerged victorious in this one. 3 goals against KCB's nil at full time in the Sport Pesa League from the Nyayo National Stadium.